So today's video is a little different because I've done this product before. Today I'm going to be sharing a response to one of those videos. So I did a video on the Enhancifier pedal. Today what we're going to talk about is the company's reaction to your guys' feedback. So on the Enhancifier pedal, one of the drawbacks, it's very large. It is almost 3 Boss pedals wide. So you can imagine on your pedal board, it was taking up 3 pedal positions, and it was also $400. And those are 2 things that are tough, you know, very expensive, and then of course very large. To answer that feedback, they've come out with a new version. They've not stopped the first version, they just have another version. And here's what's interesting, it's not an imported cheaper version, it's not a lesser than version, it's just a smaller package. Now it's about the size of 2 Boss pedals, so it's not a lot smaller, but it's definitely smaller, and it dropped about $125. Today's video is gonna be comparing the two to make sure that they sound the same, which I've done actually for hours and hours, so I'm just gonna show you what I discovered. But more importantly, I'm gonna, again, share why I love this pedal. Today I'm gonna be using a Boss RC1 looper. I'm going to be using my 68 Princeton reissue head, and then I'm running it through a 112 Creamback selection speaker, mic'd up with SM57, and a room mic. I'm gonna be showing you the 2 Enhancifiers. As you can see from what I'm showing you right now, the first one is really cool looking. It looks like a record player. That's part of the appeal. It's got a very analog look to the analog sound. This newer version is not as exciting, but they sound identical. So I've set the settings to be exact, and I'm gonna share why this pedal is so important to me. So there are a bunch of pedals that I've used for years: compressors, boost pedals, graphic equalizers, and delays. I don't mean I mean and. I've used all 4 of those in conjunction to do one thing, which is get my lead tone over a rhythm section, over the music, in front, if you will. And what I've learned is you can always get louder, but louder, sometimes your lead pokes out and it just doesn't sound like it's part of the song anymore. It sounds like it's just on top of the song. This is a real big problem with when you record vocals, right? Vocals, sometimes they're just so up front that the music sounds like a background thought, or they're buried in the mix. We all know that, right? Today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 2 guitars. I'm gonna use this Heritage, this beautiful Heritage guitar, and I'm using this Fender Strat, and I'm gonna do something for, again, illustration, something I like. I'm gonna use the Strat to do the leads over the Heritage rhythms. So first what I wanna do is use the Boss looper and loop a chord progression. Okay, so that's my loop. Sorry, Heritage, it's time for you to go. I want to show you a single coil on top of a humbucker. So I'm going to go to the neck position of this guitar. And again, I don't want a redundant video. There is the first video I did of the Enhancifier. I'm telling you right now, they sound exactly the same. So if you want to learn the technical stuff, go to the first video, and everything that I say there about the first Enhancifier, this one, and the more expensive one, is true with the new, more affordable, smaller one. Okay, so, or more obtainable. Let's not call it affordable. It's a very expensive pedal. I'm very aware of that. This is very high-end gear, handmade in the USA by a small builder. I mean, in low quantity. That's what's going on. So, what I want to do is just play for you, okay? So I'm going to use the first one right there. It's on now, okay? You can see my settings. Here we go. Okay, so right now we're going, well, wait a minute, Phil, you turned it off, and obviously it's got a level control, so I'm boosting, I'm leveling up the pedal. I am, but notice how I'm not driving the amplifier, I'm not changing the sound, the clean. Okay, and here's without it. And I love it in the position 2 or 4, depending on what we want to call it, but it's middle and neck position. Here we go. That is just... Without it. And again, there is it's boosting, okay? Now you can put it unity gain. Where, so it's about the same there. Okay, without it. And you're just working a little harder, but a little bit of boost, just a little bit. Sounds really good. It's essentially a very high-end analog preamp EQ boost, clean boost is what it does. You can overdrive it, okay? So if we use the sizzle here. Go ahead and match that over here. So you can hear this one. Sorry, go back to the first one. Okay, I want to go ahead and put it back. Okay, go back to that loop, and I'm going to play, switch between the two again. Okay, so now what I want to do is turn on my overdrive. This is an OD11 by Love Pedals. It's basically a Zen drive, so it's a mid to light gain boost. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the enhancer. Now, it's not only boosting the overdrive to give it a little bit more gain, it's thickening it up and adding that sustain back. Freaking love that. Okay, let's go to the other one so you can hear. Man, I love that. Okay, so let's go to the neck and middle pickup, overdrive on, play it on top of the loop. Here's the loop. I mean, it's just really, really good. I almost can't live without this pedal. So a couple things that are important to mention is it runs on 18 volts. So I'm running right now a Voodoo Labs, show this right here, pedal power times 4. This has two 9 volts and two 18 volts. So I'm running these both at 18 volts. So if you have a pedal board, that shouldn't be a problem. You just run your 18 volt line to it. So now what I did is I turned on the delay, and I just want to play the delay versus the enhancer so you can hear what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the delay off, this is the enhancer. It just sustains for so long. Although I'm sure there's tons of applications for playing it in a loud venue, in a loud situation. To me, one of the things it does is it takes any amplifier, solid state, digital, or tube amplifier. It takes any source sound that is at a lower volume where normally the problem is sustain, right? In other words, you know, you're not playing loud enough so that everything's not hanging out, so you can't play those big chords. You know, or those little... And it adds the sustain in, but also, like I said, it makes the notes so much bigger. And it's a boost, but it's a clean boost, and that's important because, like I said, on something like the Princeton, you can really overload it fast and it kind of distorts. This is always the hardest part of any video. Which one do I like better? Which one do I recommend? I like the new one better. I like it because it's $125 less. I like it because it's smaller footprint sideways, which is very important. This is one of the biggest problems I've had with the first one, is that it takes up so much of my pedal board. Absolutely, without a doubt, I like the new one the best. On that note, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. And as always, till the next time, know your gear.